Hi, I'm Jamie Marbo with Inspired Hygiene. Today I'm going to go over how to get started with figuring out how many priority care blocks you might need for periotherapy. Now, there's all sorts of priority care blocks that you can come up with. New patient, which we highly recommend, periotherapy, and even maybe reactivation. If you have a busy schedule, you may want to create some priority care blocks so that you can spend some time reactivating patients that have slipped through the cracks and get them in also in a timely fashion. But today we're going to do it based on a very simple formula, and that is for periotherapy and based on the number of new patients you see in a month, adult new patients. So if you average 30 adult new patients a month, we're going to go with a conservative number of 50% of those adult new patients needing some form of periotherapy, something different than an adult prophy. So if we have half of those, 50%, that will equal 15 adult patients per month. And then we're going to go with another conservative number, and we're going to say that only out of those 15 patients, that they only need 2 quads of therapy, okay? So if they need 2 quads, we are now back up to 30 quads a month. So 30 quads a month. Now we need to figure out how much time, how many quadrants in X amount of time that the hygienists want in order to do that. It's probably best if we can try to do at least 2 quadrants in each of those priority care blocks. So let's say that we do 2 quads in an hour and a half. We are now going to need 15 1.5-hour blocks. Now all you have to do is figure out how many days of hygiene you have. If you have 2 hygienists working 4 days a week, you're up to 32 days of hygiene. So you would need to split that up amongst those hygienists. If you have just one hygienist working and she's working or he is working 4 days a week, we can pretty much figure out that we only need 1 block every single day. Another tip is that you try to distribute those, some in the morning and some in the afternoon. Not necessarily your busiest and most popular times like 7 or 8 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon, but still trying to give like a 9 o'clock hour and a half slot and maybe a 2 o'clock or right after lunch slot and spread those out. Remember to get them in there, and the next secret to this is that everybody agrees on the team to honor those priority care blocks, whatever you've created them for. When you honor them, what that means is that nobody will put anything else in there except for what it's designated for until 2 days, 2 working days prior to that block not being utilized. Then you can open it up to something else. One last tip is these priority care blocks for periotherapy, typically the doctor, of course, doesn't need to come in and do an exam. So this works out really nicely going across from some of your higher end cases or services that your doctor is doing. So if your doctor does implants and it's harder to be interrupted for exams, that's a perfect place to put that across from there. Same thing with your root canals or extractions. So find some of those high uninterruptible services and put it across from the priority care blocks. And let's hopefully see if this works for you. Reach out to us and let us know if this has helped you a lot. Thanks a lot and make it a great day.